Have you seen Gravity Falls?
Yeah.
Do you know that clip where like Mabel is giving someone like a "Do you love me" letter, like a boy she likes, and it says, yeah, do you like me? And she's like, it's like, yes, definitely, absolutely. And she's like, I rigged it. Hello, and welcome to Fangirl Feels. My name is Olivia.
My name's Tanya.
And we're the podcast where we talk about all the books, movies, shows, music, all the things that gives us all the feelings, an emotional take on all of those things, as Tanya likes to say. And today we figured we would just do a get to know us episode. So you know who we are. We never really introduced ourselves, I don't think. We kind of just jumped right in. So we figured today would be a good day to do that, to talk about us and get to know us.
Yes. And I think this is also a Booktuber tag. I found it on someone's YouTube. So
Oh,
we found
nice.
like, I don't know how many questions this is, but a couple questions that we're going to go through for you all to get to know us. But before that, we do want to talk about, how we started this podcast, why we started it, and also why you should tell other people about it.
Yeah. Hey, be our marketers for us. Because that's the goal of this.
Well, I mean, to be honest, you can give some backstory. So, this was like honestly a decision that we put together quickly. Although, like Olivia, you originally had been thinking about this concept earlier. So I saw on your YouTube, Olivia's YouTube is VVIVAA, and she has videos where she'll talk about a topic and like also with her art, but she's not discussing it with anyone. There wasn't a Tanya there. And then she told me like she wanted to, we're both kind of building our YouTubes and our presences online. And she said, why don't we have a discussion together? And I've always wanted to have like a podcast of my own as well. And I'm growing my YouTube. So I'm like, this just makes sense for both of us. And we both consume too many things. Too many.
It's true. And we're both pretty emotional. We're both, so it just was a match made in heaven, you know? It was meant to be. Yeah, it's so awkward to talk about things by yourself. And like it's so much more fun to like have somebody to bounce off of. And you've had a really interesting idea too to like deep dive into some of these things and really like learn about the history, which is not something like I would have thought to do. So that's been a fun part of this, to like learn how things have been developed and things have been um created. Yeah, like our favorite things. Whereas like by myself, I'm just like, oh, it made me sad.
How did it make
Sad.
you feel? Okay, bye.
This made me cry. Okay, bye guys. Thanks for listening. Like, follow, subscribe.
Yeah, I think the concept behind that is that like I do consume a lot of and you might too, Olivia, like interviews. Like after everything I watch, I'll go look at the interview of the cast talking about it and like the directors talking about how it was made. That just interests me. Having not come from like a TV background, movie background. So I was like, I'm already doing all, like, it's literally labor, right? Like if this is like, we could like quantify it. I'm literally spending sometimes hours doing that after watching the actual TV episode or the movie. So I was like, we could do deep dives of all that information and you could come to us because we already did that work to like watch all those things and give you feedback on that.
Yeah, I like that. I do become like a mini expert of things that I become obsessed with, right? Like I don't know how to have a casual relationship with things I enjoy. I either don't enjoy it or I'm just like neutral, or I am absolutely obsessed and it has taken over my life for the next 3 to 6 months at the least, right? Like, and then I'm in a book mourning period or just story mourning period for who knows how long until I'm ready to come back with something else. Like that's how it felt with like The Last of Us. I was like, this is my entire personality for the last 3 months. And
Are
then
you over
now,
that mourning period? Are you over it
yeah,
now?
I'm over
Okay.
it now. Yeah, it's done. It
Thank
took
goodness.
like a month to like recover, but yeah, I'm over it now. Rest in peace, The Last of Us. Until next time.
Until next time, until Pedro starts a new venture, which he's always working. We love that our man's employed. He's
He's a
getting that
beauty.
work.
He just did like an interview with Stephen Ewan actually.
I saw.
Yeah. Yeah, see, this is how we're the same. And I was like, two beautiful people. This is amazing. I'm a big fan of this. He
Two
looked great.
beautiful people. They both did. They were both dressed so well. I'm like, wow, who
Yeah.
thought of this? Get a raise.
Yes, I was like, this is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. I've never seen anything better than this. Incredible. He was also Pedro Pascal was also on an episode of Smartless. Do you know that podcast?
No.
With it's like with Jason Bateman, Will Arnett, and there's a third person that I don't know who's also the host.
Oh, I've heard of this
and they
podcast, but I haven't listened to this episode. Okay.
I don't listen to most of their episodes, but they'll bring on like a new celebrity every week, and if it's a celebrity I know, I'll listen. And they brought on Pedro Pascal, and I was like, play.
Immediate.
Must listen.
Download on all of my devices.
Download now. Listen. Play immediately. Yeah, it was good. He's a great one.
I'll check it out.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Incredible.
Well, yeah, we just wanted to come on here and tell you guys why. Thank you for listening. First off, if you're listening to this, and also why you should keep listening. You know, reasons why you should listen to us. You know, we're both in our 30s now, and combined we consume tons of content and tons of videos and articles about that content so that we can understand it better and give a critical analysis and an emotional analysis. Hey, our tagline.
They don't have to be separate, you know?
They don't.
They can be together.
We form deep connections with these characters, and it's reflected specifically in Olivia's artwork, which you should also follow, VVIVAA. Her nickname's Viva. And we become emotionally invested in this work, and we love it. And so we are at a point where we are trying to grow, to be completely frank. And so we think that if you get to know us better, you might want to invest in us. So we'd really appreciate it.
Yes, please share us with your friends, and you think people would like us and think we're funny. I think we're funny. That's all that matters.
Too. I know, we're always laughing. Like our recordings go overtime. Like we're like, okay, we'll just do it for an hour, and it's like 3 hours because we're just laughing at ourselves.
Yeah, don't we all? We all laugh at ourselves, right? We are funny. Tell us we're funny.
Yeah, just tell us we're funny and pretty.
We're gonna have a poll underneath this that's gonna say like, are we funny? And it's gonna say like, yes, as the two options.
That's it.
We rigged it.
And it'll be us that voted also. So
yeah, both. Have you seen Gravity Falls?
Yeah.
Do you know that clip where like Mabel is giving someone like a "Do you love me" letter, like a boy she likes, and it says, "Yeah, do you like me?" And she's like, "It's like yes, definitely, absolutely." And she's like, "I rigged it."
I think so. Oh, I love Mabel. She's a good character.
She is great. Oh, that's what we'll do here as well.
Yeah, we'll just have the same options.
Yes, absolutely. So funny.
All right. So, like I mentioned, we got a couple of questions for you all to get to know us on a deeper level. As I mentioned, we've got a couple of questions that we've pulled from other booktubers on YouTube, and we're going to go down and answer them so you guys can get to know us a little bit better. So, first off, what was our favorite subjects in school?
History. I liked history.
Me too. Stop. What?
Whoa, we're the same person.
We are.
Yeah, history was always my favorite for sure. Yeah,
that's so cute. No, I thought you were gonna say honestly like art because artist. And, and honestly, it was one of my favorites too. Because I was like, when I was little, you might have the same exact story. When I was little, I would tell grown-ups like, I want to be an artist when I grow up. But in school, like history, yeah, one of my favorite subjects. Did you ever take an AP course in history?
I took AP US history. I took AP art history. I think those are all the AP courses I took. Yeah, that's in high school. I actually did not like art classes. This is a whole thing. I did not enjoy art classes. Yeah, controversial take. But that's also part of the reason why I didn't pursue like art education. I don't like art education. I don't like being told what to do in my artwork. So I like didn't like art classes. I have what's it called? Like authority issues with authority. So I didn't like that. But yeah, history I loved. It's fun to like listen to stories and see how they connect and like why things happen. I think it's so fun. It's relevant to this actually.
It's relevant at all times. Every single thing is history. And that's also like, everything also is designed. So it like combines our life. Like you have to understand people to understand user experience, and Olivia and I both work at the user experience. So I think it actually makes a ton of sense that would be our favorite
Yeah.
or courses. I also took AP US History, a push.
A push.
A push.
We thought we were
And
so cool. We thought we made
yeah.
that up. We were like, we're the first people to call it a push.
No.
We were
Everyone.
not. Everybody called it a push.
Everyone. So interesting. Wow. Okay. So what is our favorite drinks? Do you have favorite drink/drinks?
So I'm boring. You know this about me. I don't drink sodas. I don't drink any carbonated drinks. I guess my favorite drink is just like coffee. Iced coffee specifically. I'm a big cold brew iced coffee fan. So we'll say that. What about you?
I thought you were about to say water and I was about to hang up. I was about to
I
leave. I'm
mean,
like, our podcast is over.
to be honest, I do love me some water. But I went with coffee. Yeah.
Coffee's good. Okay. I love carbonated drinks. I do. We always buy specifically the best carbonated seltzer water is the guava flavor of LaCroix. Guava LaCroix. And it's always sold
Nice.
out everywhere I go. It's never in the store because everyone's buying it because they agree it is the best one.
Good to know. I did not know that. I don't drink LaCroix. LaCroix.
LaCroix.
LaCroix. That's the French. I'm sorry.
As
Sorry,
the
French.
say.
It's the French. Sorry, French. I don't mean to be rude. We love you.
Alrighty. What is our current favorite song? This is a good question because it's not all time. Because I don't know if I could choose that, but I have to go to my Spotify to actually see what
It's
I've been-
literally exactly what I'm doing. I'm going to my my most played, like on replay, you know, that playlist.
Yeah.
Right now, for me, my on repeat is Sleepwalking by All Time Low. This is All Time Low came back. You know, again, I am a child of the pop punk era. I am a pop punk girly at heart, never left. So this song has has actually been on my on repeat for like several months. Sleepwalking by All Time Low.
Oh, interesting. I didn't listen to All Time Low even back in their heyday. So I did not know that they have more music now.
All time. I told you I am a pop punk girly. Just
it's true. You are.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's a current fave. I do have a playlist that I've been listening to. I think probably a lot of people do this. Depending on the season, you create a playlist. So I'm just going through that playlist, seeing which ones I've been listening to most recently. And there's an MF Doom song. Rest in peace, MF Doom. Pour one out. It's called Eucalyptus, and I've been listening to that a lot. There's no words on it, but it's just like a good background song. And I love MF Doom, period.
Is it bad that I don't know who that is?
No, I think we listen to different genres. We differ because he's I listen to a lot of like a hip hop. He's like he was like a producer, and he passed away in the past. But he paired up with a couple of rappers throughout his career and had a bunch of great albums with them. It's like rap, hip hop, those types of genres.
Okay. Oh, well, rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
R.I.P.
What is my favorite book of all time? What?
Oh, come on.
Let's switch it up. Okay, what is the current book we're reading? Let's just do that.
Okay. I am attempting to read The Threads That Bind. I've just been really slow. Let me get the author's name. Threads That Bind. And then also Fourth Wing. I'll say that too. That's also because that's an audiobook. But Threads That Bind by Kika Hatsapulu. I don't know. I may have butchered her last name. I apologize. But I've been listening. I'm reading that and then listening to Fourth Wing. What about you?
2 books at once? I feel like it's new for you.
Or it is new.
Not common.
No, very uncommon. But we're trying.
Nice. I typically do listen to like 2 at once and I'm just tired, so I haven't been. So I've only been listening to Crooked Kingdom and not often. I'm enjoying it, but I think I'm overwhelmed with all the other things I'm doing. So that's what I'm listening to. I'm trying to do a thing where I wake up and go on a walk or run and listen to my books, and I've been thinking about it and not been doing it. So
guilty of that too. I went on a walk yesterday and I was like, I'll listen to Fourth Wing. Like I'm saying I'm listening to it. I haven't started it yet. I downloaded. I just want to make that clear. I
Excuse me.
downloaded.
I believe that you were like halfway through.
No. Literally, I think I've listened to the introduction. Like we haven't even gotten to the story yet. Um, so we'll see. But I have to finish it before June 30th because my library takes it back by June 30th.
Libby, it's too fast. I'm constantly what's it called? Reborrowing things or putting it on hold. And I'm like, I'm never gonna read this. Why am I doing this? And it's just on my
I
shelf.
know.
Does everyone do this?
I think so. I've done it so many times. But then I'll feel bad because they'll say like somebody's waiting. And I'm like, no, you need to keep waiting.
Keep waiting
It's
in line.
my book.
And I feel and then I'm a bad person because whenever I'm in a book club and I need that book for a certain time, but here's me just putting it back on the shelf and I'll never read it.
Yep. Same. It's hard.
Okay, for this next one, I think it'll be fun if we say our favorite color. We'll go 3, 2, 1, say it, because I wonder if it's the same. Okay, ready?
Okay. Okay.
3,
3,
2,
2,
1. Purple.
purple. Whoa, we're the same. I mean, I have like a purple phone case. Look.
Oh my gosh.
Purple, like lavender, a nice lavender.
A
Yeah.
nice lavender, a nice lilac. You can't be
Beautiful.
like, I'm happy when I'm surrounded by that color.
I agree. I mean, your nails are
Yes.
they're purple right now. Beautiful.
My
Amazing.
childhood bedroom lilac, which not great as a bedroom color. I think it's too much.
Yeah,
honest, but
that is a lot. That's better than mine though. My childhood bedroom is blue, like dark blue. Because blue used to be my favorite color, and I still like blue.
dark blue, on brand. I get it.
Also, great song.
What is our perfume of choice? I'm curious if you have an answer because I love hearing about their favorite scents, like their favorite notes. I don't have a specific like company in mind, but I do love learning about it because it's very like, at the base of it, like scientific, like different scents smell different on different people because of their pH balance and things like that. So I'm curious if you have an answer for that.
I currently right now I'm wearing a Jimmy Choo perfume. That sounds way fancier.
Okay, she's rich. Okay.
No, not at all. I mean, it's just like brand name perfumes are not that crazy expensive. Like it is the best way to get like a luxury brand without paying luxury prices necessarily. But I don't know the name of the actual perfume. I just know it's a Jimmy Choo. And I couldn't describe it to you. Oh, here it is. This is it. I don't know. All their bottles look the same. I have the bottle in my bathroom, but it's like it has like warm notes. I don't know how to describe perfumes. I just don't like anything too fruity, personally.
Yeah. I'm the same way. Yeah, there has to be some undertone. And I don't know, again, I don't know the vocabulary for this, but like it can't be, there has to be undertones. I don't think musk is the right word, but like that's the type of like smell I like in candles. So like it can't be too fruity or I do like florals, but it can't be too florally. So I get it.
Agreed. Yeah, I like some vanilla. I do like musk. I actually don't mind if something is described as I like some sandalwood, maybe like vanilla. Just something like warm scents. Nothing if it's overly fruity, overly sweet. Ugh, do not like.
And I agree actually, if you go to like Sephora or Ulta, they'll have like a row of affordable brand named fragrances, and they're just smaller. The bigger ones are obviously like several, sometimes $100. Like even just like a trial version lasts you a while.
Yeah.
I became, let me tell you about this obsession that I've had. So I love our brown Bridgerton queen. She wasn't a queen. I don't know what she turns into, but Kate Sharma, the actress, what's her name? Beautiful princess. She's also in Little Mermaid. Good for her.
Is she really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Simone Ashley. So after her season of Bridgerton, what was that, like 2021, 2022, I became obsessed with her. I also watched her in Sex Education, and I watched interviews of her. She did an interview with maybe Vogue where she talked about like what's in my bag, and she had a perfume in her bag from a company called Nakuna, and they're in Helsinki, and it's called Rally specifically. And I've been trying to find this perfume. It's not sold in the US. They don't even ship to the US. And literally, if you go to their sites, like we currently only deliver to EU countries in the UK, which we do not live in. And I have emailed them. I've messaged them on social media, and I'm like, I'll pay for the extra shipping because I just want to try it, because like I love finding like recommendations for perfumes. And it's crazy because I've never even smelled it, but I trust her opinion. And yeah, I can't find it, and it's not available. And I'm like, James, let's just go to Helsinki. And he's like, that's not smart.
I see no issues. I mean, make a trip out of it. Go to Helsinki. Get the perfume.
Yeah, right. Because like every year we try to take an international trip together, and I'm like, what if that's the place? And then I just happen to grab a bottle.
And that way you can like at least smell it. You can say, and if maybe you hate it, and you're like, well, at least now I know.
Right. I had to go through the process.
Yeah. I wonder, did you describe what it smells like?
Yeah. Ready? Whoever edits this, we should have like classical music playing. The son of a nomad who longs for the thrill of expeditions and the anticipation of coming back home. Tangy rose and exotic oud wood, O-U-D wood, fuse with sweet amber to yield an affectionate and voluptuous aroma. Wow, these writers. An indulgent floral oriental that lingers and suggests subtly through a balanced composition. Unisex.
That meant everything and nothing at the exact same time.
I still don't know what it smells like based off.
I don't. Maybe I have an idea. It's definitely like it's not a sweet scent. Can tell you that.
Yeah,
not sweet.
So follow Fangirl Feels for things that we're obsessed with that don't even have to do with our podcast, but it's entertaining, and we're both gonna find this. The result is we're gonna get this.
I believe.
Yeah,
I believe it. We have some European listeners. Guys, help us out.
Help us out, please.
We'll open up like a PO box.
Right. That's true. In Europe, or no, it would be in the US, and then
it'd be in the US, yeah.
And then send Taylor tickets there too, and Beyonce. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. End of podcast.
End of podcast.
This is a fun one. Do we speak any different languages?
I mean, I think we both do. Yeah.
Yeah, we both speak multiple. I think that's unique.
Yeah.
At least for Americans, I would say. Yeah. Europeans and other countries, that if you live in a country that's near other countries, you likely speak more languages. Go away. We understand.
Yeah, it's true. But for Americans, this is rare. Mm-hmm. We're special. So special.
We're daughters of immigrants. So what languages do you speak, Olivia?
Arabic. I'm like partial. I'm not very good at it, but I can at least speak it somewhat, and I understand it really well. But yeah, that would be the other language than English. What about you?
I'm the same boat of I understand Gujarati from Gujarat, India very well, but I can't speak it because my parents never forced us to speak it back, and I'm forever upset about it. And I'm like, I want to practice it, but it's so hard. It's obviously hard. You have to be immersed in it. Do your parents still speak it to you often?
They do, yeah. Like we'll speak Arabic. Like I hear it often. I understand it really well. Yeah, but speaking it I've gotten better as I've gotten older, but it's not as good as it should be, you know?
Yeah.
Sad.
It is sad. I also speak Spanish pretty well. I speak Spanish better than I speak Gujarati, which is funny. So like when we go to India or I'm in a environment where there's lots of people speaking Gujarati, my brain literally translate from Gujarati to Spanish. Or no, opposite. So when I'm trying to speak Gujarati, I'll go to Spanish to Gujarati in my brain because the grammar is really similar, the way that they place the words. And it's just silly. My brain is like going on turbo mode. Nobody even knows it. Overheating.
That's so funny, actually.
Yeah. And I'm trying to get back into it. I didn't tell you, but I'm planning to go to Mexico City in November this year. So I'm trying to. My friend doesn't speak Spanish, so I'm trying to. For reference, also I studied Spanish for years. I majored in it. Don't major in Spanish if it doesn't make sense. I was going to minor in it, but I had enough credits because I took AP Spanish in school that I went to my guidance counselor like, you can just get a dual degree. You have enough credits. I'm like, fine. And that's why I majored in Spanish, but I'm not fluent.
Might as well. Yeah, I might as well. Can't hurt.
Yeah.
That's funny.
So yeah. And then what else? I slightly know Hindi because I took some Hindi courses, and Hindi's it has a lot of similarities to Gujarati, but I would never say that I can speak it. So I can just like kind of read it a little bit and then understand it. So that's it.
Fair. There's so many languages in India. It's crazy. I never even realized sometimes.
It's nuts. Like over 500. There's too many.
Woof. Dang. That's nuts.
Well, it's really, and I'm sure it's the same in like if you go towards the Middle East, like places in the world that have just had a lot of history and like a lot of their borders have changed. That means like people have migrated, like the languages mesh together. And so if you go to those regions of the world, like even if you go just like a couple miles, new language. And that's obviously not common for the US.
Yeah.
The US was just formed like in the 1600s. So it's like, yeah, think about like hundreds of years of like languages meshing and then forming new languages. And like, it boggles my mind. Like how many
That does
languages
boggle my
exist.
mind.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the Middle East isn't necessarily like that. Like, they all speak
Really?
Arabic. I mean, it'll be like different versions of Arabic. It will be like, like how there's like a Scottish dialect and an Irish like dialect and an English, like English is in like Britain, or like England. So there'll be like that in Arabic, I think, but they're not like literally different languages. They're just kind of like different dialects of the same language, if that makes sense.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe like colloquialisms that they'd get in certain regions that the other region wouldn't get.
Yeah, and different like accents and just different way of saying things, but the core language is still the same. Like, it's still Arabic. Like, I can understand most of what like someone in Lebanese, like a Lebanese person is saying, but then they'll say some things and I'm like, I don't understand what you said. In the same way as like in English, I might not understand like a Scottish person speaking, right? It's not that they're still speaking English. I know they have like their own language, like there's like Gaelic and stuff, but like English itself, like they will still be speaking English, but I don't understand exactly how they're saying it or like what they mean, but it's still English. Yeah, same thing in Arabic.
Oh, interesting. I had no idea.
Yeah.
That's so interesting. Yeah.
And Egyptian Arabic is like the American English of the Middle East. So most people understand Egyptian Arabic, but Egyptians don't understand other people's Arabic because Egypt is like the Hollywood of the Middle East. So people grew up listening in the same way that like American English, people understand us, but we might not understand them. Like, yeah.
The Hollywood of the Middle East.
Yeah, it is. It's weird, but it is.
You're welcome, everyone, for this history lesson.
Yeah, you got a free history lesson.
All right. What is our favorite shop? It's like place to shop from, I suppose.
I guess.
This is such like an outdated question. Do you think maybe for like people who live who like are predominantly online, like chronically online? Like I just shop by necessity and like I don't have a favorite place. I don't think. What about you?
I mean, right now I've been shopping a lot at Mango, but it's not like my favorite. It's just like I go through phases where I'm like, this place is really vibing with me lately. Like, I don't know.
That's a good way to describe it. This place has been vibing with me lately.
Yeah.
Likewise. Yeah.
But I actually haven't bought new clothes in a while, so I don't even know.
And no one kill me, but I do opt for clothes from Amazon because I gained weight over the pandemic, and so like my current like wardrobe doesn't fit. So I've had to like supplement it with things, and it's just easy. It's just honestly convenient. It ships quickly and I can return easily. So I do have like Amazon basics or Amazon clothes.
Yeah, no, they have some good stuff. As much as we hate to see it, there's some good stuff.
It's all bad. Yeah. Don't
True.
feel bad if you shop from a place, I guess. I don't know. It's just hard. It's hard to also put like morals on people, and yeah, we're just gonna avoid it.
It's complicated.
Yeah.
It's complicated.
Okay. Did I like school? This is funny. These questions. Okay. Did I like school? Like, I'm assuming just like we can talk about both. Olivia and I both went to college. We can talk about like high school and college.
I liked high school. College was hard. I mean, like college is just like I liked college, don't get me wrong, but it was like different. I don't know. I think I actually enjoyed high school more, which is I think like strange. I think most people wouldn't say that. And it's not that I didn't like college, but just like I spent a lot of my college wishing I was back in like my high school, which is weird, but yeah.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah. I liked my high school a lot. I had fun.
I don't think I liked either. I don't know. I chose a university where I could like major in anything. I knew that they'd be good. But I do think that I should have just taken a gap year. Like the reason I didn't love high school is because I went to the high school from kindergarten to senior year, which if you are raising a kid, maybe switch it up at some point because it's just the same people over and over. And if you ever did anything embarrassing, not that I did, but it's just like, you know, those things stick with you and you like, yeah, maybe I would have changed that about my high school career. But then college, yeah, and maybe a gap year would have helped me understand what I really wanted to do. Although I'm grateful for my past and I've gotten here because of my decisions, but I did what felt right at the moment. But yeah, looking back, maybe like a gap year would make sense.
I recommend a gap year no matter what, honestly, at this point. If I ever have kids, like take a break.
Yeah.
Work, maybe a little, figure something out, and then go to college if you feel better about it. I don't know.
I've been wanting to talk to you about this conversation this week specifically. That like there is a lot of talk, and I'm happy about it, about like how we treat youths, like kids who are under 18. Like so, like when we were in like high school, and like I feel like there's a lot of grace today, and like I feel like when I was in high school, people were like kicking us and like didn't care, and they treat us like adults and like take every AP class, never rest. Like I was burnt out trying to be that kid who did everything on top of sports. And now looking back, I'm like, I can't even wake up early, you know, to do a couple of my tasks. And then, you know, like, I don't know how I woke up early, did work, did what's it called? Like sports, and then did homework. And then some people have jobs too. I didn't have a job in high school, but like, I just don't know how people did it. And
I don't know either. We were terrible to us as kids. Yeah.
Mhm.
We were just terrible. I remember crying because I got like a B on a grade, like, you know, right? Like it's just so useless, like such useless pressure. I don't even know where that pressure came from, but like it's just dumb. We treated us so bad. Like parents treated us so badly, or just adults, not necessarily parents. But
I feel like they didn't care that we were in high school. They didn't care that we were kids. And then like this stuff will stay with us because our brains aren't fully formed. And then now I'm glad people are talking about it. I'm like, we didn't get that grace.
No, I remember there's this episode of Modern Family that I think about. I had like it struck this was like by the time we were in college, so it was kind of too late. But there was like the mom was going to visit like her like smart daughter's class. I don't remember their names, but it was like you have 4 hours of homework a night. Like the students have about 4 hours of homework, and this was one class. And like the mom, and this is like after the mom's like visited several classes, it's like a parent teacher night or something. And she's like, if this class has 4 hours of homework, and then this class also has 4 hours of homework, and then this class also has four, and they take 8 of these classes, that is about, you know, whatever, 12 hours of homework a night. That is physically impossible. Like, how is this? Like, there's just this specific scene where she like writes it all out. I was like, that was a lot of my high school. Yeah, it was like you go to school at 7:30, you come home and you do homework from like 4 o'clock whenever you got home, assuming you didn't have after school classes or after school like activities till like 10, or not even 10, like later than that, midnight, right? And then you do it all over again. It was just a lot of that. It was
For
nuts.
5 days. And then sometimes, again, your weekends are busy if you do sports, or like colleges want extracurricular things. And it's like, okay, well, you're just never going to sleep.
Yeah, it's terrible. We do treat our kids terribly. And I said, I liked my high school, but I was burnt out for sure.
Yeah.
Like at times. I think I really liked my senior year. My senior year, they finally let us kind of like relax. And I had a lot of fun my senior year of high school. I would go back to that year for sure. We had
That's
good time.
cute.
Yeah,
Aw.
we had fun. It was good.
All right. Last 3 questions. So have we ever lived abroad? And I always wish that I was born in India. I know that's silly. I don't know if that's silly, but like my parents raised me in the US and also named me Tanya. So that's funny.
But it's a nice name. I thought the same way though. There's parts of me that always wish I was born in like Egypt, but I'm also thankful for living in the US because it is a good place to live, you know, overall. But
yeah. Got a lot of opportunities.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And then have I ever lived abroad? I did study abroad in Barcelona, Spain in college. And also because I majored in Spanish, it helped. But if going back, it was fun. But I was in a program that I could afford that like also was with other Americans. So it's like I didn't speak Spanish as often as I wish I did. And I wish that there was an opportunity. I didn't think about it, or I didn't find one where I was fully immersed in speaking Spanish more often, because the Spanish didn't stick with me. So that'd be if you have kids, anyone, think about that.
So that's awesome though. I didn't realize it was Barcelona. I knew you studied abroad or lived abroad, but I didn't know it was Barcelona. That's cool.
And I'd love to go back if we ever find cheap tickets. My dream is to give someone a tour of it.
Yeah.
Of like, I literally remember my exact path I walked to, like, the college there. I remember the exact path and like the coffee I would grab and everything.
That's so nice. How long did you live there?
It was like 3 to 4 months. It was like a semester at the college we were at. Yeah.
That's a pretty long time. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. And I was on the way home bawling my eyes out the whole flight, just like crying so much. It was just, I didn't want to come back. It was fun.
Yeah, sounds nice.
And sadly, it is the 10-year reunion of our trip. So I'm going to see one of my friends this fall, and we're just going to cry together. 10 years. Ugh, we're old.
10 years.
Kill us.
But it was still, it sounds like it was worth it. It's good to have, a reunion, things you liked, That's nice.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah. Nice.
All right, last 2 questions. How do you drink your coffee, Olivia?
With cream and sugar. Very, very intense or very special. Yeah. Splenda, actually, typically. I use Splenda.
How much? Okay. Yeah, my question was how much? Okay.
1 packet of Splenda and then like a little bit of half and half.
Nice. I don't put any sugar, but I do like half and half. I just put half and half in it.
Oh, you don't put any sugar? Dang. Wow, hardcore.
Which is great for our next question. Nice segue. What do we like, sweet or savory foods? I don't like sweet things unless it's supposed to be dessert. Even with dessert, it can't be too sweet. I like things that are savory most times.
Wow, we're opposite in this. I have a sweet tooth. I have a huge sweet tooth. Like,
oh my gosh.
As I gotten older, I prefer savory. Like, all right, I don't prefer it. Like, I enjoy savory foods, obviously. But I am a sweet tooth through and through.
Whoa, okay. I did kind of know this because you love waffles, and I'm like,
I love a waffle.
But then it just expands to all of the foods.
I could eat sweet things almost all the time, like breakfast, lunch, dinner. Like, I love like sweet meals, even like if it's like an orange chicken and it's kind of sweet, like I like sweet. I like sweet things.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. That's so good to know.
Yeah. It's good to know about you too. I actually didn't know that you prefer savory, actually.
Yeah. And I hate when it's like they fake you out. It's like they make a cake that's like a burger. It throws me off. You know what I mean? Like, it has to be savory. I was fooled. I was fooled. Yeah, I can't. So like Thanksgiving, anything with like cranberries in it that's in a savory dish, disgusting. Throw it out.
Really? I love when sweet things I love sweet and salty together. Like, ooh, I love it. Love the combination. Big fan. I was a kid, I would like have like my parents would get like potato chips or something. And I remember one day I like grabbed a bunch of potato chips, and then I also wanted chocolate chips. So then I grabbed chocolate chips and I put the chocolate chip on the potato chip. I don't know what I was thinking. And I was like, I'm just going to eat these together. And it was like the best thing I'd ever tried. I was like, oh my God, this is incredible. Salty sweet. It was weird.
The clouds parted. You heard angels. Ah.
Yes. I was like, this is amazing. I guess it's the same as like people dipping like French fries and milkshakes. For me, that's like a texture thing I don't love. I don't like my fry to get wet and soggy, but I think it's the same idea flavor wise, like the flavor profile.
Interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
I do like doing that, actually. I do
really?
Fries and specifically from like Wendy's, right? People do that.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, I don't do it just because of the textures, but
I get it.
Sure, it tastes good. Yeah.
Thanks again for listening to our episode. We hope you guys learned more about us. This was super fun. We love doing these tags. We'll probably do more in the future, and they're easy to edit for us, to be honest. So stay tuned for our following episodes. We pump out an episode every week, and we're doing a new thing where we have 2 episodes a week. So check it out. We'll probably be on Fridays, and then we'll upload another episode on the Monday. We're still figuring out our date of release, so stay tuned and be on the journey with us. We're still learning. We're still new.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Indeed.
So we're Fangirl Feels Pod on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. You can follow me and Olivia at DVIVAA. We still have some Fangirl Feels videos on her channel, and then also on Totally Tanya. That's a guitar. Follow us, like us, comment about us, tell people about us, even if it's bad. I don't care. Just keep doing things. Thank you, everyone. And 1, 2, 3. Goodbye.
Bye.
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 Bye. Okay.
That was funny.